Video, we're going to take a brief look at lists in Python that you will use often in Rhino when you need to keep a collection of things, like a list of points in X, Y, and Z, or you might need to keep a list of strings, or a list of objects, or a list of numbers that go from 0 to whatever to use in a for loop to iterate a certain number of times. So to create an array, it's very simple. Let's say a list, let's just say A equals, and we can put three things, 1, 2, 3. Alright, and let's print A. Alright, and you can see down at the bottom it prints 1, 2, and 3. Now another thing we could do is we could override that, and we could type in range. And you see when we type in range we get some help on the function down at the bottom and all the things that you can do. You can do a start and a stop, and then you can also have a step in there as well. So let's do range 0 to 10 and then print it. It's going to override what we had and replace it with this 0 through 10. And notice that it doesn't include 10, it just goes up to 9. So there are 10 digits here, 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. One thing that we can do is we can then begin to manipulate that range. So we could append a new number, let's say 7, and print that out. And we'll see now that 7 is added. We could also do remove, and we could remove a specific element from the list. So here we type in, let's type in remove 7, and you see it actually removes the 7th item from the list, which in this case was a 7. Alright, and then we can say, let's remove the 4th item as well. Alright, and then let's say sort. So we can actually have it sort in numerical order or alphabetical order. So it resorts those. And then we can also do reverse. So we can reverse the order that those occur in and print them out. And again, we can also override it with something else. But we can also append things that are strings. Alright, because Python doesn't really care what the type is. When you're creating it, you can have a list of things that includes numbers, objects, strings, and any kind of data type. But when you go to print them, it may be okay, but when you go and use them for something, maybe you intend for them to all be numbers, so in that case you need to be careful. In general, it's not a good idea to mix the data types in the lists. Usually people will keep them all the same type, like a string or all strings or all numbers or all objects. It's just safer that way to keep it that way. Alright, and that's about all you need to know about lists. You can use range to create a set of lists. Another thing you can do here is we can also say a step, so we can take every 4th one. So if we take that, we can see that it skips and takes only every 4th number in that list. Sometimes you'll need to do that, but in general I think it's better just to keep your basic range when you're going to use this in a for loop, and then make the steps within the for loop itself. All right, that's it.